What up, YouTubers? It's Tom from Ghost of Matsubara, and I haven't done just a regular old sitting around blog in a very, very long time. But I was kind of inspired, as some of you may know, some of you may not know, on Monday, a guy in Tokyo self-immolated himself. That sounds a little redundant, but he poured a bunch of flammable liquid on himself and set himself on fire. He didn't die. I think, unfortunately for him, he didn't die. He's got severe injuries, I guess, and he's still alive. But the really bothersome thing about this is he was protesting Japan changing Article 9 of its constitution. And again, that's the article in which Japan says since the last World War that it would no longer be an aggressor, a war aggressor. It gives up the right to wage war. And anyway, this Japanese guy felt very strongly about this, and he set himself on fire in protest of the Abe administration going to these great lengths to change this amendment and to have a standing army in Japan. And I know there's lots of people who disagree with me, and lots of people who will say I'm a foreigner and I don't know what's going on. But I think, if nothing else, I'm making this video so that his act means something, because the real problematic thing here is that Japanese media is not talking about this. It's out on Twitter, it's on YouTube, and I'm sure I've been seeing it on Facebook, and I've been sharing and retweeting stuff. But I mean, the fact that the country is, or not the country, I'm sorry, the media is just glazing over this and not talking about it is really not good. I mean, that just goes to show that it's a government-run media and not a viable news source. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if I'm wrong. I just know this is my opinion, and this is what I think. I really, since I've been here for a long time now, like 9 years, I guess. And since I've been here, Japan has had a self-defense force, and that's cool. And I think that's awesome. I mean, really, if Japan is so worried about China, which is the main thing, and a nuclear North Korea, everyone thinks North Korea is crazy. Even China thinks North Korea is crazy. But if Japan is worried about an aggressive China, then in my opinion, all they got to do is hold tight. Hold tight, and if China makes an aggressive move, then the rest of the world's got Japan's back. Japan stands to look like the hero. But if Japan decides to have a standing army and they wait for some little reason to go to war with China, then Japan looks horrible. They look like the monsters. They look like the aggressors. So anyway, it's a bit, I don't know what's the word. I'm losing my English vocabulary. But it is upsetting that this guy committed suicide. And he wasn't a young guy. He was an older guy, I guess in his 60s. So he, I guess if he would have known the post-war Japan, I don't know necessarily if he would have known what was going on during the end of the war and whatnot. But he felt really strongly about it to the point where he set himself on fire. And you know, that's not an easy decision to commit to. If you think about that, you're gonna set yourself on fire. What the hell? Anyway, so go check it out. This guy set himself on fire. It's difficult to watch, and he's trying to make a point, and so whether I don't know. In my heart, my feeling is that Japan should not make a standing army. They've already got they're armed to the teeth with everything America's given them, and you know they've got one of the most high-tech militaries in the world. I forgot what the placement is, but I saw it. It's up there. It's like, I want to say it's up there. It's got to be top 5. Japan might not have the biggest manpower army, but they've definitely got a bunch of high-tech stuff. Anyway, again, I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I just know that this is my opinion. And this guy set himself on fire. And I think that so his act doesn't just go forgotten, that you people out there should talk about it, consider it, think about it, and again, whether right or wrong, at least toss it around in your head for a little while so you can, form an opinion. Alright. Peace.